Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another special episode of The Chain Talks. You know what we do here? We talk Web3, we talk tech just the way it is, like a regular day talk. We make you understand what tech is, and hopefully, when you come into tech, we break down these things so you get it properly. My name is MC Rich, and I'll be your host for today. Here at the studio, we try to bring you the best of the best when it comes to Web3, when it comes to tech, anything technical that has to do with progress. We bring them here. They have talks with you, and at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we all learn. I'm the host for today's show. Once again, my name is MC Rich, and it's such a delight to have you here. Welcome to Chain Talks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio with us today, we have one of the best prediction market analysts. Not just an analyst, he has done a lot of studies when it comes to prediction markets, and he currently is a team member with one of the biggest prediction markets right now, which is Flick. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Sky Remedy.
Thank you very much, MC Rich.
Yeah, Sky, what's up?
I'm really good. Thank you for inviting me today. So, I'm Sky Remedy. I've been here in the space for over 5 years. I'm a growth strategist. I've been in the space from trading meme coins, trading NFTs, trading future market, spot trading, and whatever trading you want to talk about, I've been there. And currently, the current trending and trending trading activities and ecosystem is the prediction market. And I'm a team member of the Flick Predictions, which I'm very proud of because prediction market has come to actually democratize how the trading economy has been since from the inception. Now, users can be able to trade on their daily life activities, future events, and what have you. So I'm very much pleased to be here and share some of my ideas with my host.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Sky Remedy. That was actually very brief intro, and it's amazing. So yeah, before we go into the technical part of things, something happened recently. They recently hosted Grammy Awards ceremony.
Hmm.
Somebody, the host actually, named Trevor Noah, a comedian, an MC, an excellent host. He did something that was very crazy. He stood there and he said that he's going to say a word, and the word was potato. And he said it in the, yeah,
Yes,
you were
yes,
okay, you saw
yes,
that.
sure.
And then he was like, someone in the prediction market have made so much money. And then we went to Twitter and discovered that someone predicted that the host, or at least somebody on stage, is going to say the word potato, and then the person made so much money. So this has brought like a lot of questions, especially amongst Web3 folks. Like, how can is prediction market still Web3, or it's a new technology on its own?
So prediction market is, should I say, is a new technology of its own. Why am I saying that? Because prediction market have actually come to breach the Web 2 stroke Web 3 users altogether, which they can be able to make money in trading. So before, Web 2 users, as we mostly call, don't have the ability to be able to, get into the Web3 space, make money from, anywhere at home, sitting at your comfort of your home,
Yeah.
at your workspace or anywhere. But now prediction market has been able to bridge this gap whereby you can sit anywhere, stay anywhere, be able to predict anything and make money. Like what I'm talking about make money is you can be able to make up to 100 or 1000x with prediction market.
Okay, hold on. Before we go into like the technicalities and how it works, I want to ask you, Sky, if this example I just gave, and you have been in the market for a while, you must have seen other crazy examples. Can you give us like at least two crazy examples that you saw on the market and be like, who they bet this kind thing?
Okay, so I think one of the example I saw was that was last year. That was not this year. That was last year. Brian Armstrong. So he just came over and said, I think the word was base. So in this kind of market, in prediction market, it's called mention market.
Okay.
So there will be an event, probably an event or a certain user, and it will be projected that will this user, or will this man, will this woman say this list of words. So they will actually bring a list of words you can be able to trade on, and these words are actually very low on odds. What I mean on low on odds is that if you insert, let's say, $100, you can be able to make up to like 5,000 or $10,000
Wow.
in these words.
Wow.
Yes.
So okay, so now if someone said, let's go back to the Grammy thing. Someone said in the Grammy, someone is going to say potato. Did like posted it on the prediction market, and people were actually predicting in that market in real time. People were saying yes, some persons were saying no. Now that he said the word,
Mm-hmm.
those that said yes are
Mm-hmm.
going to make money, right?
Yes.
What about the people that said no?
No. Okay. So you are you're actually going to lose the money. You're actually going to lose. Let me not call it money. You're going to lose your stake,
Okay.
right? So I think one of the reasons why prediction market came to existence is that informations have been really, really been manipulated,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, now in certain part, because I'm not going to make mention of any country, in certain part of a region in a country, you'll be hearing that there are so many good things going on. Like what you are seeing on on the local media is showing you how government are like doing good things in the region. You understand?
Yeah.
Creating social amenities and infrastructure all over. But in reality, what is happening there is, let's say we have terrorists. You understand?
Yeah.
We have so many things going on that are not in the social media, but when it comes down to the social media, they are already fine tuned to look as if things that are possible, like very positive, are
Okay.
going on there.
Yeah.
So now prediction market came up in such a way that when these questions are put out there, users can be able to vote and determine the outcome, the future outcome of maybe some of the particular areas. We have different focuses on the prediction market. Maybe later on we'll jump into that part.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's actually it.
Okay, so I think that answers my question. Now we're going to move into another question I have in mind. But before we get there, you said you are currently working with Flick,
Yes,
but you used to talk about another prediction market before Flick, right?
yes, yes.
Is it that Flick rebranded or you actually changed like companies? And if yes, why?
Earlier on, I used to talk about one of the biggest, like we know, prediction market, which is poly market.
Only market.
Yes, because Polymarket was, I think, one of the first Web3 inclined prediction markets that came to existence, because prediction market as a whole had already existed for many years. But to bring it out there for people to be able to really understand what it's about,
Mm.
and to invest their time, their money, and get something out of it is another thing entirely. So I was talking about Polymarket because I really like Polymarket in terms of their UI, and most of their markets you don't see it in other predictions and the rest of the thing. But then there comes Flick. So the reason why I'm actually working with Flick and I'm also a team member is because, one, Flick is the first creator-led prediction market that is available in the world. Like the first. Currently, we have others, right? But when the inception, when we started, we were actually the first. Why are we the first? Polymarket as a whole, all the markets created on Polymarket. For example, these are what markets are being done. Markets are being created like a question, e.g., will MC Rich host this podcast for 20 minutes? Yes or no? So these are the odds debatable on the prediction market. So if I choose yes, right, and we host this podcast for 20 minutes, I'm going to win. And whosoever came on the no will actually lose the stake.
Okay.
Good. But
Wait, bros, no verse.
uh,
If you lose stake, you lose money with that.
no. Let's call it stake, right?
Okay.
Because if you win,
Mm.
you win your stake. Why we don't actually call it money? Because we don't call it money. It will sound so rowdy.
Okay, because okay, actually, it is no longer money.
Yes.
The moment it leaves your account and then
Account.
it is
It
in
is
that
a
trade,
stake.
it is
Yes, a
a
stake.
stake.
Because you are not taking money now. You are buying shares.
Okay.
So we are not actually going to be going into technical part right now.
Yes, yes,
But
of
you
course.
are acquiring shares for a particular market that you are in.
Mm.
So if I'm buying a year shares, let's say I'm buying 100 of year shares, all the shares resolved at $1. Again, no technical. So if you are imputing money into the market, that's actually normal. You are buying shares. So you are holding, let's say, part of, for example, now you are investing in chain industry,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So yes, you are using money. But if you are on the stake, you are staking, like you are investing something, you are staking something.
Yeah,
It's not money again.
it's no longer money.
It's just like an equity or a
Yes,
shares
yes. So,
inside it.
I just realized that money has different names depending on what it is being used for. The money where you pay your landlord na rent.
Now rent.
The one wey dey pay for police station na bail.
Exactly. Wages and salary na still money.
Na still money
Yes.
but
So
different this thing. Return
exactly.
on investment na money.
Exactly.
Interest na money. Even money wey you owe
So
person
na debt.
gbese na debt. Oh,
So
beautiful. Okay, okay, that's something to learn, guys. So, we're going to go into. You made mention of the fact that you have been studying about prediction markets for a while now. A lot of people say that prediction markets is the new meta. Do you think prediction market has come to stay, or it is like any of the other previous metas that have come and have gone?
so I would say that prediction market has come to stay. Like with lots of reasons, right? Um First of all, let's talk about the ecosystem. So the ecosystem of prediction market is just bringing out truth, ways of validating truth. So in prediction market, there's what we call source of truth, SOT. This is where truths are being validated, right? So in everything that we do, there's a source of truth. So truth can never be diminished. So as the world evolves, there will still be truth, and that's why I believe prediction market will actually still, continue at the very long run. And secondly, it is not being run by cartel. For example, um, let's talk about tokenomics in crypto. Group of people launching tokens, setting the different criterias for team, for airdrop, for this, for this, for this, right? Let's now go down to what else do we have? All these manipulations in trading.
Yeah, market
Yes,
manipulation and
market,
all of that.
a lot of it happen in the central trading ground, which is, let's talk about the centralized exchanges, how they manipulate market for their traders to lose money. We all know of that. Let's go to the degen playground, cabals being able to rock certain amount of people. Let's leave that side, okay? Let's go to decent projects that have already promised you future stability. Like you look at the roadmap, like you look at the infrastructure they have created, the team that they are set up. But at the end, what happens? You take your money, invest on the future, and what happens is that you lose everything. Most of the project, most of the tokens, just take a look at what is going on. Like I'm not talking about the general market interaction. Like, currently now that we are talking about BTC is at 66K,
Yeah.
is currently affecting so many places. But what happened to this? Why is there a crazy ass bearish movement in a so-called after halving year?
Yeah.
which we are supposed to have a book. So there are crazy as institutional games around real traders' funds. But what happens on a prediction market is that the ground has been leveled for a plain game. So even if you come in with X amount of money, $1 million, you are still level with a user that is trading with $1 on prediction market. But in centralized exchanges, for example, tokens that doesn't have a good market cap, right?
Yeah.
A user can see people are actually shorting this, inject $500,000 into the token, liquidate a whole set of people, take it out again, still liquidate people inside. So this is why prediction market will come to stay and will come to stand.
Beautiful. Actually, that makes a whole lot of sense, and I think your reason is very reasonable. Everybody that has been involved in Web3 know the manipulations that happens, and I think, like you said, the prediction market has come to solve a lot of those problems. Now we're going to talk a little bit about price models and probability systems,
Good.
right?
Yeah.
Just pinch them small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we talk about that price model, I would like to throw in one thing. In prediction markets,
Yeah.
right, there are things people don't understand, which is information. Already we know in the space that the earlier the better, but prediction market doesn't even bank on the earlier the better, right? It banks on the right information.
Okay.
For example, I think there are so many controversies around insider games, but then this is where you are open to, like, you are open to a fair play. For example, will Donald Trump, choose a certain lady to represent blah 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 and the rest of it? You know that the user himself, Donald Trump, has this choice to make. He has seen this market, right? For example, I think the president of Venezuela captured by Donald Trump the other day to face the panel.
Yeah.
Good. The market was on polymarket. Will this guy be captured? Like, it was unreal that someone will stand up and decide to go and grab the president of a sovereign president to face a panel of certain, things that he have committed and the rest of the thing.
Yeah.
But a new account registered on Polymarket bought a good amount of shares under that market, and within 24 hours, that guy was captured. The president was captured. What does that show? It shows a clear information. People call it manipulation. It is not manipulation. It is just the right info.
All right, so Sky Remedy, you've said a lot about the prediction market, and your answers to my questions have really been superb. Sometimes they can be technical, but you find a way to just balance it so that we will know to know so much. Thank you so much. I believe, no, actually, you're doing a great job. I have a question though. You said something earlier about creator. What did you say?
Oh yeah, creator-led prediction market.
Yes, please. Let's talk about that for a bit.
Okay. That makes sense. So, when I spoke about creator-led prediction market, what I meant was that Flick prediction market as an ecosystem can be able to give users or traders access to be able to create their own market on the platform. So it's a creator-owned prediction market, which is all the markets created around Flick prediction market are being created by either you or me. So are being created by floor creators,
Regular.
regular creators.
But my question now is, sorry, me as a creator, do I have a higher stake?
Okay, good question. Now, someone cannot, like, some people cannot have money to stake. You understand? Buy some shares, check if you make revenue, or stand make profit in the market.
Yeah.
But you can be an idealist, right? You can have good ideas, good engaging ideas that can engage audience. For example, you bring a market that is quite enticing and many people will trade on it. What happens is okay, why did Flick actually bring the creator-led prediction market? Is to actually incentivize users for their ideas inside the prediction market, which is every market you create, you stand a chance to make a platform revenue. You stand a chance to make a platform revenue of around about 20% of the total winning percentage from all the traders
Oh,
in
okay.
your
So
market.
as you now we create the
Yeah,
prediction, yeah, you make at least 20%.
yes, on all the total winning inside that market. For example, if users win like accumulatively, you trade on the market, you won $20. Me, I win $100. This one win, and we now have like let's say $100 in total in
Yeah.
winning profit, like people taking winning, right? Not the loss, the winning. You are going to get a certain a 20% of a platform fees. So the platform fees is actually 10% of every winning, and they are giving you two
20%.
yes 20%, which is 2% of that money.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, they're giving you 22% of that money.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
So you come on the prediction market, probably you don't have money to stake, right?
Yeah.
But you have ideas. You have a market that you think people are going to be interested in.
Exactly.
And probably you have a community. Does that help too?
Yeah, very much.
Beautiful. So you have a community of probably guys that like to
Yeah.
trade.
For example, I think the last was it the last SUG election in Unio, something like that, or in Uniben. So there are certain students that came up. We launch, like want to launch the market on Flick. We gave them the access. They did launch the market, and if I could tell you that students were battling candidates that are going to win the SUG presidency over, like the trading volume on that market spike as high as let's say $5,000 to $10,000. Like students, so they
Wow.
push it out in the school union, and people were like, "You have the like. This is not about using your mouth to talk about this candidate will win.
Yeah.
Remove your money, have a stake on it. If he wins, boom. If he doesn't win, then you know that you were wrong." So that came up, and I think the creator of the market made revenue of around $200 just for creating market.
Wow.
So we have creators that have made over $1,000
Just
sometimes
creating.
just creating market on the platform. So sometimes I think the highest in a single market was around, is it $300 or $500 for a single market? I think the market had over $800,000 in volume on Flake. So
That's quite interesting. Okay, so I have this question, and I believe everybody have this question too in their hearts of hearts. What is the difference between what's the difference between prediction market and gambling? What's the difference between prediction market? What's the difference between flick prediction market
and
and
sporty
sporty?
bet.
Wetin be the difference, bro?
Okay. So
Because people are losing money here, they are also losing money here. They are making money here, they are making money here. Why wouldn't I go to Sporty and deposit my money and predict on Sporty?
I have, let's say, three good, solid points for this. One is being able to trade on anything.
Okay.
No, okay, let me use the word bet, right? You are being able to bet on anything,
Not just
not just sports,
sports,
not
okay?
just I think what Sportybet has football, basketball. Do they have basketball? Some.
Yes, they
And
have basketball.
and what else?
I'm not answering because I know. I
I
did my
I get
research.
I get.
I'm
So
not answering because I play, but
now
I know they have cricket. They have a lot of games,
good,
right?
exactly. They have a lot of games, but now one of the things is that we have all these things in prediction market, but what else do we have? Can you be able to predict a weather focus and make money?
Wow.
Yes, you
So
can.
so Flick now is Sporty Bet Plus.
Pro Max.
Sportybet Pro
Pro
Max.
Max.
That's amazing because the prediction market has come to stay. And I believe everybody should have an understanding of how the market works.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
then if people are having the bias that it is exactly like Sportybet,
Yeah.
it will take the technicality away from it. And at the
Yeah.
end of the day, people are not going to participate in a venture that would make them so much money because of their bias. So we had to make that very clear.
Clear. So
Yes.
one of it is that you can trade on anything. Like I mean anything. That is one of the biggest thing that I can see from my own end, because people trade on Twitter tweets. Like for example, Twitter count how many posts will Elon Musk make today, and people are predicting. And there's like a bracket. It's not telling you to predict the exact number, right? It's just telling you to predict the bracket. Will he make like 20 to 50 tweets today, or 50 to 100 tweets today? You see that very enticing, right? Then now let's come to the second part where I feel like prediction market is more far more better. Now we are going to the technicalities in this market now. So I know in Sportybet we have what we call cash out.
What is cash out?
Guy,
What
so
is cash out? Do we
so
have that on prediction markets
it
too?
is more than cash out.
It is more.
It's called cashing out. So on prediction markets,
Okay, see, bro. Sorry, before you go there, imagine say you place bet for Sporties, place bet for prediction market. Let's say Flick, for instance, and then you go to your Sporty, you see what is cash out. You come on Flick. What are you now going to see?
Okay, so in Flick, it is let's call it prediction market. It is a very big flexibility. So I'll just explain 2 3 parts around it. So one is being able to um cut out your shares. For example, in Sportybet, if you have a game and it's going, there's only two possible things for you to do. It's either you allow it to run or you cash out. For those of you that play sporty, me I know they play sporty.
For those of you that
For those of you that play sporty, me I know they play sporty.
Sporting na the only venture for Nigeria where nobody gree say they play.
No. Everybody will say no.
No.
But make match day, you go see your pastor go dey post code.
Even whiskey, they
Your
complain say
pastor-
why Sporty dey hold money, say he wan cash out.
Talk true.
Yes, now he posted it on his status. I'm telling you, he posted it. He said, Sporty, what is happening to your platform that he cannot cash out his money?
See, that is adoption, and I like it. I like it. That's adoption when big profiles see the need. You understand, to engage in all these activities. It's nice, but the only thing is that you should know your risk level, right?
Okay.
Around it. So speaking into the technicalities that we're talking about, we have only two ways in Sporty.
Yeah.
For those of you that play, I keep saying. So, but now in prediction market, we have so many ways by which you can limit your loss, cut your loss, take partial profit, and stay very much profitable. So one, we are buying shares in prediction market. You can be able to sell part of your shares. For example, you bought 100 shares at 10 cents.
Okay.
So if the probability move, like let's say your team is winning, for example, Sportybet, if your team is winning, the cash out price will go up, right? Then let's say the Man U is leading and you traded Man U to win the match. You bought it at 10 cents. Now the probability is now high that Man U will win. So prediction market bangs on probability very well because it's collective user thought. If me I say if we are 10 in this room and 7 people say Man U will win that match, that is a 70% probability that Man U will win. But if we are 10 in this room, I first of all say Man U will win.
Does that explain probability systems?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Yes.
Because now the question where I want ask you, but as you don't do on, I'm just flow, just
good,
flow.
good. So the probability system is what actually breaks the traditional model of sport betting and bring it very easy on the prediction market. You buy it at 10 cents, which is 10%. If you put $100, for example, and the probability moves to 50%, you are already on $500 profit. That is called X5. See how simple it is. So now it moves to $500. You enter with $100 with 10 shares. For example, 10 shares. Or it's supposed to be more than that. It's supposed to be like 500 shares.
Okay.
When it reach 50%, Man U are still playing, right? And you'll be like, okay, I'm already on $400. You are supposed to make $1,000 in total if the match finish and Man U win. But you'll be like, you're already on this price. But this is what I want to do. I want to take out $200. I've removed my capital and I've taken $100 profit. Then I want to risk the remaining 300 to the end of the match. And if at the end of the match I win, I'll be making like $600. But if at the end of the match I lost, I know that I've already pocketed
Secured your capital.
and profit also because I
Yeah.
took out $200. But in Sportibay, you don't have that kind of option.
Yeah, they will give you, but na very nonsense something.
And to no
100 naira to win 1 million.
But-
You'll cost you cash out 600 naira.
okay, but the thing is that if you cash out, you don't have access to that market again.
Yes,
It's
that
gone.
market. Yes,
But
yes.
this one, you can be able to cash out, and that market still run, and you make more money. You see it.
Yes, yes.
Now, okay, I think let's go to the last part. Third solid point about very good difference is that on the sport, should I call it, sport bookmark and the rest of it, sporty bet, you are betting against the house. But while on prediction market, you are betting against other traders.
Okay.
So now it simply means that you have more access to you have more solid odds that can come in. What do you mean by odds? For example, Man U is playing Chelsea and they give Man U 2 odd. Like the house, like Sportybet offer Man U 2 odd. 2 odd is like multiply times 2 of your capital. So if you insect $50, you'll be making $100. But that is constant. You understand? And if it shifts very small to 2 point something or it below to 1.90. But if you come to prediction market, it is only the user thoughts that move the price system, which is there is nobody that is setting price. When a market is created, the probability is set to 50-50.
Okay.
You understand? 50% of the chance of it happening. So now user interactions will now move the probability forward or backward.
Okay.
If more people think that Chelsea will win Man U, what do you see that the probability will move against Man U, which is you can be able to insert that same $50 on Man U and make up to $500. Why? Because it's designed on truth, right? So what many people think moves the highest probability. So if people think Chelsea will win Man U, then actually Chelsea will be sitting on about 70% to 80% of probability, which is around 1.20 or so. And Man U will be sitting around 10 or 20, which is around 10x or 5x. So 10% probability is 10x, while 20% is 5x. So if you have Man U at 10% probability and insect your money, and the same thing over in Sportybet, you can see you are betting against the house, which is Sportybet. But here you are betting against other traders that are ready to, have a stake with you. You are trading against other traders. So this is where like one of the big gaps we have in the sports betting system. So you bet against the house, but in prediction market you bet against other users. So it is in crypto terms for chain talks, it is called player versus player. So yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. So we've talked a lot about the prediction market and how one can come in. We are going to end it here, and the reason is because we would want you to come back, and this time we would be very technical.
Okay.
so that this is an introduction to what we'll be having later
Wow.
when it comes to prediction markets. And hopefully by that time, you'll be talking more about Flick and how people can be onboarded on Flick. And if possible, we could have a link in the comment section where people can easily get on Flick.
Wow.
But for today,
Yeah.
we are grateful that the introductory part was fun.
One thing is that I really appreciate that fact because currently, users can be able to make lifetime, like I mean, lifetime revenue from just referring users to Fleet.
Great. So you don't even need to participate in the predictions. Just refer users.
Just tell people about Flick and you'll be making 1.5% of their direct win. Like I make win. So one thing is that some people bank on losses or stake amount, but we bank on winnings. So as a user claims profit, even if he trades multiple times in a day, as he claims profit, you are getting a percentage of the profit he makes. There's no charges on losses. There's no charges on capital that you stake, and it is pure peer to peer.
Okay.
You see the market, you see the order books. When we come next session, we'll be talking about the order books, how you can identify potentials in the market, looking at spreads, evading spreads, getting in at a very good position, using limit orders, and trying to be able to get news for hand. Just trading the probability and not the official news, except you already know the answer,
The outcome.
yeah,
Okay.
the outcome.
Yeah.
Then you can go for the outcome. But if you're a strategic trader, you'll be banking on the probability movement than the outcome, because probability moves ups and down just like the market.
Yeah.
So if you can be able to catch it at a lower price, we call it a discount price, and sell it at the premium, you are good.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. I think we would have that as the conclusion for today. Thank you so much, Sky Remedy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for always tuning in to the Chain Talks. This is the Chain Industry Studio, and the only thing we know how to do here is bring you valuable information. Whether you love sporty, whether you love prediction market,
Love prediction market.
okay, whether you're a crypto bro or you are a
yes, a
you are
carpenter or anything where
whatever
you
you
do,
do, whatever you do,
either you're a UX designer or
eh,
everything they flick. You can get it on prediction market. Prediction market is over there, is there for you. You can be able to trade 247. Like there's nothing like
the
there's
market
there's
is
yes, the
down,
market is
even on
down,
a
or
Sunday.
everything, there's always market. Even there's no football, we might not have sporty bet, but we have prediction market, right?
No be
Even
lie.
yes, bro, you trade on weather. You even trade on even if your grandma would die next tomorrow.
Very true, man. If you go trade, say my grandma go die, you better lose. That woman, they live for long.
I swear.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been beautiful. I hope you had a wonderful time with myself and Sky Remedy. We're going to be back again. This time we'll be talking about prediction markets in depth. But for now, we're going to call it a day. Make sure you like this episode. Make sure you share to your friends. And we want to see your comment. Let's know what you think about the prediction market. Have you used one before? You don't put money, the thing disappear, or you've made a lot of money from it. The comment section is open for you. We're going to see you in our next video. For now, have a wonderful time. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.